Like this. Has anybody ever made an offer to you to vote for something in exchange for something else?
I'm not going to comment.
You can say yes or no. I didn't ask you to elaborate. I just want to know if anybody's made an offer to you.
I'm not going to comment on those things. Maybe I will at some time in the future, but I cannot today.
Were you questioned today by jurors by chance?
Yes, I took some questions from jurors.
What were some of those questions?
I cannot
Oh, come
comment.
on. You can tell us what the questions were.
I choose not to. And unless I'm completely positive that it will not bother the investigation, I will not discuss those things.
Judge their reaction to that you saw them having to what you were saying.
I think they were surprised at some of the comments.
Like what?
Do you expect to come back to the grand jury?
They asked me if I would be willing to, and I said, of course.
How many grand jurors asked you questions?
I wouldn't want to comment on that either.
Surprised, like happy? Surprised,
I was in
like
there
shocked?
a while. Well, nobody looked happy in there. I would say slightly. Well, you know, I mean, I wouldn't say terribly shocked, but I think they were just a little surprised.
How surprised were you whenever you got that offer or that conversation?
The first one that led me to go to the authorities, again, it was a combination of things I had heard for a week or two before that, and then the comment that was made is what led me to go to the authorities at that time.
So how surprised were you? Were you just shocked, blown away that someone would talk to you about something like that?
Well, the comments that were made to me are a little different than the direction y'all are going, but those are the comments that led me to go to the authorities. So it would have to all be in the context. I'd have to explain it all for it to make sense.
But you were apparently privy to conversations that you considered to be over a line in some way, inappropriate?
When I first went?
Well, no,
yes.
These conversations that you heard
afterwards?
But no, that you had heard prior to whatever offer was made to you.
Yes, there were a couple of conversations that I thought were questionable.
But that wasn't enough for you to pull the trigger.
Well, we're talking about a day or so, difference.
But then that turned directly to you.
And when that came, yes.
How were those conversations different from the direction that we're going?
Couldn't comment. Kind of broadens the spectrum.
There's no doubt in your mind that in the give and take of a legislative session over any legislation, whatever came your way was an offer or a conversation that was not in bounds for you in terms of making the sausage, making laws.
That conversation in spring of 2009 I thought was enough in the context of what had happened a couple of days before that to lead me to go to the authorities in the spring of 2009.
Were you worried after you had gone to the authorities?
No, I mean, I knew I had done nothing wrong, but they asked for my assistance. I've helped them in any way that I can.
Have you had any contact with the person or persons who made this offer to you, particularly after?
I didn't say someone made me an offer at that time.
Whatever the conversation was,
I have talked to that. I have talked to that person since. Yes.
You have talked to that person since then?
Yes. Yes.
I just have one question.
We're going to cut this off in a minute.
I just need to know, because we have to get back. Tell me, what led you to go to the authorities in spring of 2009?
It was an inappropriate conversation that I had in the hall with a lobbyist, and that led me to go to the authorities.
And it is your belief the investigation started before that, right?
I believe it was already in place, yes.